Doo-doo-doo. Let's see if anybody comes in. Curious if they will. If nobody comes in, then I'll probably just hop off. But let's give it a minute or two here. Well, I got one thumbs up. That's nice. Boop. Oh, I got one in. That's nice. Oh, what up, Kevo? I'm just chilling. Thought I'd go live for the hell of it. Do a quick Q&A, whatever. Just chilling at home. Seeing what's up. I was feeling a little bored, so I said, well, you know what? Why not go live on YouTube? I really don't feel like recording a video tonight, so why not go live? Looks like you're the only one in here, but it is what it is. I don't actually expect a ton of people. So, Kevo, have you decided what game you're going to be streaming tonight? Because that'd be a curious thing. Sorry, I just had a text message on my phone. Just reading that real quick. Oh, you're on your way home now. All right, sweet. Home from work or? All right, cool. That's cool. No, I'm just chilling. Thought I'd go live for a couple minutes, see what's up. Probably should have just done a video, but why not go live? I'm chilling. Chilling at home. Was bored. Don't have the kids tonight. Kids sleeping over their grandparents, so I thought I'd go live for a little bit, see what's up. But, you know, just hanging in there. Day off? Well, that's good. Day off for the kids for me. Yeah, that's for sure, too. It's boring without kids, I'll tell you. What up, Road Dog? Oh, we got 3 people in here now. All right, chat's gonna get a little bit more spicy. That's good. Any questions, comments, concerns? Fire away, guys. I got nothing but time. Bang that thumbs up if you so choose. Just gonna be chilling here for a little bit. See what anybody's got to say, and then off I go. Of course I'm taking questions. Why not? My whole life's rebuttaling. That's actually probably... Actually, honestly, even guys at work are probably getting a little bit frustrated with me. With the whole rebuttaling thing. They think it's funny. They do like my videos, though. I say I got a knack for it. I don't know yet. Jury's still out. I enjoy doing it, so. What else was I going to do? But, yeah. Thought I'd go live for a little bit. For some reason, it's not... My live streams really aren't working on my computer, and I've got to figure out why. I've got to get a hold of Entertainer. Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad you appreciate it. I do my best. But I definitely want to bring it... I want to bring it up more. I'm thinking about getting like a green screen. So I can actually have like a decent backdrop of actually a court when I rebuttal people. What up, JT? I saw you went live. I couldn't catch it at the time. I was making supper. But I saw you went live. I've checked you out. You got a good channel going there. But yeah, I'm thinking actually about getting a green screen and then putting it behind me. And doing something like that. I just gotta look into what it actually takes to do it, because obviously you gotta get the green screen, you gotta friggin' hang it and whatnot. But how it's going to be associated with OBS, that's interesting. But I'm thinking about going live a little bit more if I can get, you know, if there's a calling for it, if people want to know. OBS, yeah, that's what Entertainer uses to do his videos. Is OBS, yeah. Yeah, OBS is a phenomenal program because you can just have so many things running. It makes life so much easier. And I'm starting to get more acclimated to it. But for some reason, the whole live thing, it's just giving me trouble when I go live on my computer. Like the other day, I almost got in trouble. I wasn't like yelling at my wife, but what ended up happening was I went live, and my wife came into the room. I was like, "Hey, I'm live." I was warning her, and sure enough, she she's like, "Oh, well, can you can you stop streaming?" I'm like, "I'm live right now," and I didn't want to see people see that side of it, so I had to I had to actually delete it. It was up for like 5 minutes, but it was weird. Like I recorded it. I recorded it for like 5 minutes. Realized it wasn't working, even though the symbol was telling me that I was recording, which was crazy. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of things went blank. Things stopped. They stopped the stream, and like 3 days later, it posts up on my YouTube just randomly. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. So I don't know why. So, but I thought I'd go live with the phone for a little bit. But probably doing it with 50% battery is probably the most. But what's going on with you guys? What's up with you guys? What's new in the sports world besides obviously the NBA trade deadline coming to an end? Obviously, I think the Sixers won that with getting Tobias Harris because they do need some outside shooting. Outside shooting. Nice. Kevo, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work? Yeah, it's yeah, that's true. I mean, the more I do it, the more people may come in and be more. But I mean, like I said, I just like to try it out, see what's going on. You know, keep these things up. You know, going live is always interesting. It's fun. It's fun to do. Yeah, stuck. I thought I'd stream it up for a little bit. I was bored. I don't have the kids tonight, so I was like, "F it, let's just go live." Oh, nice video by the way today. Stuck. I watched it. I just wish I could comment more. Very true, Kevo. If you build it, they will come. You're definitely a testament to that. You're definitely a testament to that. But yeah, going back to Stuck. Yeah, Stuck, your video's solid. I love your videos, man. If one day I'm hoping that like if you're doing a review and we both have knowledge, I'd love nothing more. I mean, you're right. You live in the same state as me, so I'd love nothing more than to come and like do like a guest appearance. You know, as your channel builds up, that'd be a cool idea. I don't know if you're on board with that, but it'd be a cool idea. So yeah, what's new with you guys? What's going on with you guys? Obviously, Kevo's going home from work, which I appreciate him. You know, tuning in. Rogue was here. Obviously, Stuck just popped in, but oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Starting a live stream at 9. That's real freaking cool. Yeah, Kevo. I mean, you're definitely a testament to building your brand. I mean, you majority of what you do is live stream. Obviously, you do videos, you know, talk about Cowboys information, but yeah, going live definitely helps your brand. And I mean, why not? And if I mean, I don't have the time that Bad Dog do and Entertainer do going live, but you know, if I can, I will. I mean, maybe if the AAF grows and it's something you guys interested, I mean, I'd probably love to go do like AAF streams, you know, since I'm going to be a Birmingham, looks like I'm going to be a Birmingham Iron fan, and that's a new league starting up, really exciting. I don't know if any of you have seen it or talked about it. Yeah, stuck. It's starting this weekend. Um, yeah, Saturday's the games tomorrow, which is going to be really exciting. I can't wait to watch Birmingham Iron. I want to see if Trent Richardson can, revive his career because it was awful in the NFL. And that kid has had a world of talent and then obviously let it go. But yeah, he's on the Birmingham Iron, and I'm very, very interested to see how that's going to go. Because I really think the league can be successful because you never, like, when you're talking about it, like, you don't really see a lot of crossover. Like, in the XFL, they didn't have, like, a lot of former NFL minds when they started it up. AAF is doing it right. They have a lot of former NFL guys. Bill Polian's not going to sign on to something that's not going to succeed. Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu, great guys at the top. Justin Tuck. All these guys are executives or have something to do with the league. I think the league can really grow. I'm excited for it. I actually think it will outperform the XFL. I think this isn't this is the NFL's answer to the XFL. Be honest with you. A lot of people say that the XFL and the AAF will combine to make one league. I'm watching the league for sure. Just no Vince McMahon's football. Yeah, no, it's definitely not going to be Rogue, but I hear you there. I definitely do. Definitely hear you there. Um, yeah, I'm like really jazzed up for the league. It gives me something, to hold over until the NFL draft and free agency starts for sure. But I'm interested because you perform well in this league. That's all you have to do. If you're a possible NFL prospect, maybe you're a guy that got injured or cut. The way they work it. If you play for the AAF for a year, because none of their contracts are guaranteed. They're all the contracts are 250,000, and which basically works out to like $83,000 a year, or something like crazy like that. And then their contracts are non-guaranteed. So if they play for the AAF for a year, and the NFL wants them, go ahead, go back to the NFL. I mean, if Trent Richardson has a good season, who knows? He might be picked up by an NFL squad. I mean, that kid had all the talent in the world, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out for him. But I'd like to see him back in the NFL. Because honestly, getting on a different topic, I actually think that the running back is coming back. Like everybody says it's a passing league. But you look at these teams, and you look at the Patriots, you look at the Saints, they're grabbing these younger running backs, and they're extending the life of Tom Brady and Drew Brees by running the ball. Patriots aren't, yes, they can still ask Tom Brady to pass it 50 times a game. But right now, if you look at a Patriots game, Tom Brady's maybe passing 40 times a game or 35 times a game, 45 times a game. They're extending the life through the run. The running back is coming back in the NFL. Not a lot of people are going to agree with that statement, but I'm telling you right now, as time goes on, I think you're going to see a reversion back. When's the last time a team with a elite running back, won the Super Bowl? I'm really trying to go back, to be totally honest with you. I'm trying to really go back and think. Would you consider Marshawn Lynch an elite running back? Seattle Seahawks are one. But you don't need an elite running back. Like, there's plenty of teams with top 15 offenses, and they don't have an elite running back on their team. Are we going to call Sony Michel not an elite running back? But, Patriots do it more by committee. Saints do it a little bit by committee. We'll consider Kamara thing. But if you look, balanced offenses win in this league. That's what happens. Balanced offenses win in the NFL. For sure. Even the Dallas Cowboys, obviously they're a little bit more run heavy, and this is more, down Kevo, and Kevo can comment on this too. But you look at the Dallas Cowboys, relative balance. Obviously they want to be more run heavy than pass, but that's how they do it. And you saw down the stretch, Dallas Cowboys had more success. Run the play action off Zeke, and that's how the Dallas Cowboys have success. I hear you, Stuck. I hear you. But you don't. But you need a balanced offense. That's what you need. You don't need an elite running back, but you need a running back that's going to, get you at least a 3.5, 4 yard average. But by no means do you need an elite running back. No, but it doesn't hurt to have one, especially one like a Saquon, like a Kamara, that guys that can both catch effectively and pass effectively. It just makes an absolute nightmare for linebackers and safeties to cover them in the open field. What up, Art? Yeah, just chilling. Actually, you know what, Art? Because I'm on my phone, actually, let me see if I can bring that back up. Let me see if I can switch this around a little bit. There we are. Okay, what's up, Andre Alberto? How's it going? What should my Steelers do with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell? Be honest with you, you're not going to like this answer. Let him walk. You don't need that kind of stuff on your team. Your team is it for me, the Steelers are going into a transition period. Ben Roethlisberger's getting older. Le'Veon Bell doesn't want to be a part of that team because he feels he's worth more, and I don't think he's worth more. But hey, it is what it is. And Antonio Brown, I mean, clearly isn't happy where he is. Let him walk. You don't need that kind of attitude on my team. And I can relate because I have OBJ on my team, and everybody knows how I feel about OBJ. I can't stand Odell Beckham Jr. I think he's a ticking time bomb on the Giants that's ready to explode. He's just not good for the organization. We signed him to a $20 million contract, and it's not worth it. It really is not worth it. I don't like OBJ. Let's see if I can. What up, entertainer? Yeah, stand up. Stand up for sure. What'd you say there? Why do I have it on top chat? And who should we draft? I honestly don't know. To be totally honest with you, when it comes to Steelers, I do not know at all who you guys should draft. I don't know your needs. But if you're losing Le'Veon Bell and you're losing Antonio Brown, my thoughts are you need weapons. Or you could possibly draft your future quarterback in later rounds. Maybe, if I don't know if you're a Drew Lock guy or the dude from Duke. I can't think of his names. Yeah, those guys I could see being an option. First round, I mean, your defense is getting better. I mean, I could see, I don't know. I really don't know how the Steelers are at linebacker. Maybe a possible linebacker. But you guys actually weren't too bad this year. I mean, I think the problem with the Steelers is just, I think it's just time to, move on a little bit and transition. Because Ben Roethlisberger is getting older. And, I don't think Le'Veon Bell is coming back. And obviously, Antonio Brown is not coming back. So I think your guys are eventually in a transition period. Okay, but I don't think the thing is with the Steelers, I don't think they need to rebuild. Because your offensive line is awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate all my subs. It is tough thing on YouTube. I give Entertainer, Talking Sports, all the credit in the world. I mean, the dude grinds, and it's paid off for him. And as quickly as he's done it, like, I remember seeing other Giant streamers, and then all of a sudden this dude shoots up past him. It's crazy. But at some point, I do want to talk to Entertainer about getting better at OBS. Yeah. I love Chris's call-in show as well. It is a blast. The only problem is I try to time it out so I can be the first caller, and I always lose. I try to time it out so I'm the first caller. But I got to think of a good topic to bring up to Chris tonight. Oh, Chris, you going to stream any AAF games? Assuming you have a rooting interest, but obviously it's a new league, so. But since the Giants have a slight tie to the Apollos, I would imagine you'd be an Apollo fan if you're going to root for any team in the AAF. But the Birmingham Iron do have, I don't know if you remember him. He was a wide receiver, and I posted it in my AAF video. But Ambe Adatuo was on the Giants. He was on the practice squad, but he was also part of the roster in preseason. Obviously, the Giants cut him, but he's actually on the Birmingham Iron. But I don't know if he's a starter yet. But I'm curious to see what that kid can do because he definitely can. He definitely can return. I mean, I'm curious to see if he's actually going to be a primary option at wide receiver. And then a lot of people are curious to see how their quarterback's going to do, Luis Ortiz, because he's actually not a well-known quarterback at all. But guys, feel free, shoot a question. All right, that's cool. You have no rooting interest yet, but maybe you will. Nice, nice. Oh. Thanks, Stuck. I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot, man. You have a good night. And yes, Art, congratulations as well. But any questions, guys? Shoot it. NBA, baseball, football, anything. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I'll keep going as long as I get responses. But oh, low power mode. Might have to go charge my phone. Ugh. Yeah, Chris is a great dude. The fact that he helps out everybody. Sorry, guys, it's gonna get a little dark. How many years do I think Breeze has left? Honestly, he is. I don't know about his arm. To me, I think his arm strength is slightly going down, but not anything too big. But the funny thing about quarterbacks and what people don't realize is people think that quarterbacks just deteriorate over time. I view it more as you have it and then you don't. So if Drew Brees can continue at this level, I'd absolutely think he's got a shot to continue on. But honestly, I'd probably say another maybe 2 years, 3 years. Depends how long he wants to play. I honestly think that Drew Brees is actually in it. He's in it to win the next championship. I think he wants to go on two. Let's say you guys win the Super Bowl next year. I see Drew Brees retiring, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, that's but I mean, Drew Brees is one of my most favorite quarterbacks. What do I think about the Eastern Conference after the trade deadline? Honestly, being a Celtics fan, all the teams around him have gotten better except for them. And this is another year where Danny Ainge stands pat. And if Danny Ainge feels like he needs to stand pat, it is what it is. But the Celtics do not look like the same team they did last year. But honestly, right now, I got to see what the Sixers are going to do. That Tobias Harris trade actually really scares me. And, Toronto's good. I don't trust the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to fall off. I agree with what Rover said before. I think the Bucks will fall off at some point. So, to me, it's between Toronto, the Sixers, and the Celtics. And that's who's going to go to the NBA championship from the Eastern Conference. And obviously the Western Conference, the favorite is clearly whatchamacallit, Golden State. But, yeah. Honestly, my favorite right now is the Sixers. Because what the Sixers need is legit outside shooting. Because that frees up Ben Simmons to drive and, Embiid and all the others, Because they can drive and score with anybody. It's just consistency and outside shooting, and I think Tobias Harris will give that to the Sixers. So right now, I'd have to say the Sixers are my early favorite. The only thing is, are they a young team? Are they willing to step up? That's the question about the Sixers. Yeah, they do have the experience from last year, that is. And that Celtics series, honestly, being a Celtics fan, the Sixers should have won that series. The Celtics, I'm not saying the Celtics got lucky, but, the Sixers, I think, should have won that series last year. For whatever reason they didn't. Hey, no hard feelings. Hey, no hard feelings here. You know what? He did hit that game winner. It's the first time. It is pretty amazing for as long as he's been in the NBA. I've always had respect for the Lakers, but See, I think you guys are going to get a little screwed by LeBron because he clearly went out there purely not to chase championships. Yo, kid, what up? How was your live stream? And anyways, no. But going back to the Lakers, I just I like the fact that um, LeBron went out there, but I think LeBron obviously went out there purely to you know grow his brand. Not saying he's not going to try and win championships and he won't play well for the Lakers, but I just that's what I feel the only reason he went out there for was basically to grow his brand. You know what, Kid Blue? I should have tuned in. I turned in. I don't think he's going to screw you over. You just have to be patient. Art. Just be patient. He's not trying to screw you over. But if you start getting rid of your young talent like Kuzma and other guys that can grow, then I'd be worried because he might leave you high and dry like he left the Cavaliers. You have to be careful about that. But if you guys, trade away a couple pieces and then pick up like an Anthony Davis or whatever, but I can see you guys going. I mean, I can see you guys definitely contending because after next year, I think the Golden State's going to be disbanded. I don't see KD staying. He wants to grow his own brand because he'll always, always, always be linked to Stephen Curry's whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, KD hasn't done it on his own, and that's what everybody's going to point to. But he is a spoiled brat. I'm not a KD fan, although he is extremely talented. You think the Knicks are going to make a strong push for the Knicks? I'll be honest with you, entertainer. The Knicks need somebody, and they better be making a push for somebody because you guys have not had success bringing in free agents over the past 10 to 15 years. So I'd like to see the Knicks on the top. It's fun when the Knicks and Celtics are both good teams. Being a Celtics fan, I have the utmost confidence in Danny Ainge. So I can't really say too much on the Celtics thing. Although I don't think, yes, AD is a free agent at the end of this season. See, it's so hard with the draft lottery because I think teams think because they're tanking, or I shouldn't say tanking, but teams are losing or maybe losing on purpose. That they're going to get this draft lottery. That's why I love the NBA draft lottery. Honestly, I wish the NFL would do the same thing. I know that's crazy to talk about, but I wish the NBA, the NFL would go to the lottery. I love the lottery because I love the fact that you don't get rewarded for being the worst team. You have the chance of getting rewarded, but it doesn't mean you will. Here's the problem with that, Kid Blue. I agree, but I also disagree in the same statement. Because at the end of the day, you have a ton of season ticket holders that you need to, appease. So keeping Anthony Davis still brings in money. People are still going to come and see Pelican home games, and they have 16 more to 11 on the road. So they still need to pull in revenue and give hope to a franchise that doesn't have a lot, especially since their best player is most likely going to be leaving. I don't see him re-signing with the Pelicans. Not after this. I will agree with that. If the Knicks are good, the NBA does explode. It's New York. I'm really hoping it happens because to see the Knicks be what they've been for this long has been very, very, very depressing. Finds a way to get AD and build them to the Pelican. We'll get karma. I mean, this free agency thing is going to be interesting. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to put up. Would this guy be interesting to you? Do you think Kyrie Irving could possibly go to the Lakers? Now I know there's rumors of him going to the Knicks, and you see like the little quirkiness, like he's hinting that way. But we don't necessarily know. LeBron and Kyrie have kind of gotten back together. Do you see Kyrie going back to the Knicks? That'd be or not Knicks, Lakers. That'd be an interesting thing. Kyrie in a Laker uniform because I don't think he's coming back to the Celtics. Unless the Celtics make the finals, I don't see Kyrie coming back to the Celtics at all. Which is going to be very interesting on what the Celtics are going to possibly do in this offseason. I'd like to see AD as Celtic because I think that's what the Celtics are missing is actually a big man inside. I mean, I appreciate Al Horford and Daniel Tice is a nice backup, but I mean, but let's okay, Entertainer. I'll give you this. Okay, so let's say Kyrie and AD are your two big free agent signings. I'll tell you something about Kyrie in a second, but let's say Kyrie and AD are your two free agent signings next year. Do you think the Knicks contend for a championship, knowing what we have in the East already? Those are the two players you get, and you pretty much keep your same roster. You know, you might get, who knows, you might get Zion or whatever. With Zion, yes. I mean, it'd be cool to see Zion on the Knicks, but I don't think the Knicks are going to get him. I think it's what, a 14% chance? Very true. That will help. That will help Chris's team. Zion, KD, and Irving, they contend. Okay. Okay. I can get along with that. I feel you on that one. Okay. So what else? What else? What else? So what? So who do you guys? I mean, I know Chris. Chris likes the Mets. I'm a Red Sox fan. Are you a? Are you a? Are you a baseball fan at all? Curiosity. No part of Butler. Cubs fan here. I haven't been keeping up. I have to admit, keeping up on the Cubs, I have not done. LA Dodgers fan. I should have figured, but Steelers, Lakers. I probably should have drawn on to the Dodgers, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah. See, the problem with me is I don't keep on enough. I don't retain enough knowledge about the National League because I am an American League guy. I just don't retain enough knowledge when it comes to the American League or the National League. That's the problem with me. Like when Entertainer was talking about the Mets and stuff, I was just like, who are these guys? But I should really. I play fantasy baseball, so I really should be more in tune with all the players on all the teams. But I'm more in tune with the AL more than I am the NL, which is weird for me. Are you guys the same way? I don't know. But honestly, 212 days, that's what I'm counting down to. Now, do you prefer NL baseball just because your team's in a national league, or you don't, or you don't like the DH rule? A lot of guys don't like the DH rule. That's hilarious, Russ. Yeah, it's true. The NL does have more strategy, with the base stealing because obviously, you don't have as many quality hitters in your lineup, so you're playing more small ball and trying to advance the runners. But honestly, to me, I wouldn't mind if they got rid of it and went, you know, all DH. I mean, I know NL fans wouldn't be happy about that, but I wouldn't mind if the NL or the baseball is all as a whole went all DH. More so as in, oh no, there is. You're right. You're right because obviously you have a pitcher pitching, so and obviously making the thought of when you should pull a guy for a hitter or whatnot. No, I definitely think there's more thinking at the NL level. But I mean, yeah. But the AL's won the World Series the last 2 years, right? Yeah, Houston and the Red Sox. Yep. Which, by the way, I do not. I think my Red Sox are gonna have a down year this year. I hope they don't. I'd like to see them go back, but it's tough to repeat in baseball. Really is tough. But I think you're gonna have the same teams contending: the Astros, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. And then in the NL, to me, it's a crapshoot. I mean, the Dodgers have a solid lineup, solid pitching. You can't go wrong. Obviously, the Mets are going to be up and coming. Nice. That is nice, Russ. Yeah, I will. That is true. The AL does have a little bit of an advantage in the World Series. Well, see, the thing are is when it comes to the Giants, I believe in experience. Like I said in the video, I believe in experience when it comes to um, coaching in the NFL. I mean, why don't more organizations take on younger guys to coach their teams? If that's the case, they don't. I mean, the Rams have taken a chance. Obviously, the Arizona Cardinals take a chance. But for the most part, it's experience in the NFL, and it's experience that wins. Oh, he definitely did. You could definitely see. I'll always remember that shot of McVay at the end of that game. I think it was after the Goff turnover, the interception, where he had just had like that starry-eyed look with those baby blue eyes, just like because he had realized he had lost the Super Bowl at that point. I do too. I mean, obviously Rover. I mean, in the video, Rover. I mean, he basically admits it that he was just trying to like edge Giants fans on. I mean, that's what Rover likes to do. He likes to mix it up. Let's say why can. There we go. Pat Shermer coached the Rams in the Super Bowl. It'd be a little bit better. I agree. I agree. I don't think he dropped the. Definitely don't think he dropped the ball like what you call because it didn't even seem like I don't know if you guys get the same feeling, but talking about the Super Bowl, Russell, that was awesome. That's funny as hell. But what was I gonna get to? Oh yeah, damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, definitely Big Blue. Definitely Big Blue for a while. Definitely. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I totally lost my friggin' train of thought. What was I going to say about the Rams in the Super Bowl? And I lost my train of thought. This sucks. I actually had a decent, compelling friggin' thing I wanted to say. And you guys, it would have been an interesting thing for the chat to discuss. But, oh well, I guess. What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think what else. Tom Brady is the man. 6-3 in Super Bowl. Damn, that's great. Super Bowl record. That's 9 times being there when we went there. Very true. I mean, at this point, it's hard not to call Tom Brady the GOAT. But I always. It doesn't seem like an entertainer. It really doesn't. Oops. What? Cancel. Stupid thing. You were talking about when people were taking this. You were talking about when people. I wish I could get back to my point about Super Bowl because I thought I had a legit point, but I lost train of thought. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, did any of you think that Sean McVay? To me, the Rams made no halftime adjustments. None. The Patriots did. But to me, the Rams made no halftime adjustments, and I thought it was very porous on the Rams' part. They sat with the same set strategy. Thanks, entertainer. Check you later, man. Definitely be on later. I'll probably end this. I didn't even expect to stream for 40 minutes. To be honest with you. But yeah, no. My curiosity is: do you guys feel that McVay made any things? I think if it was Shermer, he definitely would have made some sort of halftime adjustment to get the team back into the game. That was absolutely ridiculous on McVay's part, going back to the whole Super Bowl thing. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I love Chris's live chats. I'm just hoping we don't have the same situation we did at the end of the night last week, because that sucked. Not to bring that up again, but yeah. Any more questions, guys? You know, it's up to you. I mean, ask away. When it comes to sports, I'm very true, Russell. Very, very true. See, but here's the other thing that I will say about this in Bill Belichick, and I think Bill Belichick probably gets, I wouldn't say a lot of free wins out of this, because obviously your players still have to go out and execute. But I was thinking about this earlier today too. Why do teams coach so scared against the Patriots? You ever notice that? The Chargers took a ridiculously conservative way of playing the Patriots. The Rams were ridiculously conservative in the Super Bowl. And then you look at somebody like Doug Peterson last year, grows a set of balls, and actually friggin' does something. Like, stop coaching scared against this team. You've got to take your shot. You've got to punch this team in the mouth. I had a feeling Big Ben has two and one Super Bowl. Big Ben deserves another Super Bowl chance. Oh, I didn't read that real quick. All right, I got to bring that back up. Why is that not? Deserves another Super Bowl chance, and I feel sorry for him that he has to deal with this drama. I feel with him too, but that's why. Yeah, very true, Art. But going back to my point, I just feel that Steelers and Patriots are tied at 6. Yes, they are. I have heard of Easton Stick. I've watched a little bit of tape on him. He's an underrated guy, kind of like a Kyle Aletta, and we'll see what he does. I mean, he's an interesting prospect. He's mobile. He's run. He's got an okay arm. But we'll see what he is. I mean, he's definitely going to be a later round draft pick. Probably third, fourth round, similar to what happened with Kyle Aletta. That's what I think about Easton Stick. But I've watched film on him. He's a very interesting prospect. I don't think the Giants will draft him. That's for sure. Um, but he's interesting. I'm interested to see what he does in the NFL. For sure. I wonder if Pat Shermer's son will get drafted. I don't think he will. He wasn't a very good quarterback in college. I seriously doubt. But he did run a pro style offense. I mean, that would be interesting, Big Blue for Life. But here's the problem. I think Pat Shermer's okay with Alex Tanney being our backup. And we're not going to take a flyer on another quarterback early in the draft. I really don't think that that's going to help. I don't see us taking another flyer on a quarterback. And that's what you'd be taking an Easton Stick. But like I said, he's a very, very that's the how do I feel about Pat Shermer, Russell? I'll answer Russell questions first because it's a little bit shorter, and then I'll get into the OBJ point. So going to your point, Russell, I like Pat Shermer. He's a leader. He's a motivator. Yeah, he's not. Yes, he's dry. Yes, he's not the most, rah rah kind of guy. But you don't need a rah rah coach. The dude knows his X's and O's and plays well. And a lot of people will point to what he did earlier in the season, but when you're installing a new offense, it's really, really, really tough. I mean, Russell, I encourage you. Well, if my live chat went up, I'm assuming you are subbed to me. So A majority of you all are probably sub to me. But I talked about Pat Trimmer yesterday, and I was rebuttaling Rover, but go and watch that video, and I also give a better explanation there. And then getting on to Art's point about OBJ. Um, I don't think you'll ever stop OBJ being a drama queen because OBJ cares about one person and one person only, himself. I mean, just look at the Lisa Salters interview. I, me. I think we should do this. I need to get the ball more. No, you don't need to get the ball more. You're an overpaid wide receiver in an offense that wants to be run heavy. Sorry. Play within the offense and you'll get better opportunities. But he doesn't. He's like, in the Lisa Salters interview, I want easier touchdowns. Please, bro. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I am not an OBJ fan. You want to see me flip out? Tell me OBJ is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Good, like 5-11, I believe. Yeah, we did start off 1-7 and finished off 5-11. But a lot of people will tell you that we played up a bunch of backup quarterbacks, which we did. San Fran was with their backup quarterback and whatnot. Wish we could dig ourselves out of the OBJ hole. I would rather have. I agree with that too, Big Blue for life, but it's just not going to happen. Like Dave Gettleman said, we didn't sign him to trade him. I got to put this over here. I'm getting tired of holding this. Sorry, guys. No, I didn't sign him to trade him either. It's kind of depressing in that. But, if he doesn't improve in the next 2 to 3 years or continues to be injury prone, they will get rid of him. Oh, no, they're definitely not, Art. Definitely not. Absolutely. The Giants have definitely not played OBJ that much. It's ridiculous to pay them that much. It's absolutely retarded to pay him that much. He just doesn't touch the ball enough. He doesn't make enough happen on the field. It's not worth paying any wide receiver $20 million. And if any team does it besides this, besides the Giants, I'll be shaking my head. Like if Antonio Brown gets freed up, he's going to want OBJ money. Trust me. And that's going to be ridiculous. You don't pay a wide receiver $20 million. Because here's what's going to start happening, guys. I believe when it comes to these free agents and whatnot, is I think one of the things that people are going to start gauging is if you want to win and you're willing to take a contract-friendly contract for that team to improve down the road, or are you there simply for money? Because I think a lot of good players are going to be on the market because they're looking for money instead of trying to have contract-friendly contracts because they actually want to go to the Super Bowl or actually want to win for the team. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I don't want him. I don't want him at all. Give me a Michael Thomas. Give me a Robert Woods. Give me a Julio Jones. Guys that just go out there and play and do their job. The Giants need a possession wide receiver. That's what they need. They need somebody like an Amani Toomer. We have $70 million under, and we should build. I missed that one. Oh. There it is. Big. I'll answer yours in a second, Russell Johnson. In 2020, we projected to have $70 million in the cap. Should build in the draft, and so we can try and win it all. See, Big Blue for life? Yes and no. Because we're going to, regardless of how we feel about the quarterback, we're going to need to address a quarterback situation. And we're going to be doing that in 2020. So what I want to see the Giants do is fill needs in the draft this year, get more depth in the later rounds, because we have 3 4th round, 3 5th round picks. Maybe trade some of those, get up into the 3rd round, or maybe get another 2nd round pick. Get what you can in this year's draft. Get starting caliber players. Fill the holes you can. Use free agency, fill some holes there. Set your team up so when you go into the 2020 season, you're set up for success. And then going back to what Russell said, next year the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, or the 49ers will win the Super Bowl. There will be 3-way tie for Super Bowl. What does that say? 3-way tie. Oh, okay, I hear you. Okay, wait, I gotta read that again. Super Bowl, there will be a 3-way tie for Super Bowl 6, 6, and 6. Very see if 49ers think the Cowboys win. All right. I don't know about that, Russell. But either way, guys, I've been on here for 50 minutes. I'm shocked I even sat there and talked for 50 minutes. So I do appreciate everybody coming in, asking questions, talking it up. I will probably join entertainers. I'll call into a show and watch him later. So it's been a pleasure, guys. It's been one giant rebuttal. Oh, sorry, whoops. I think Gettleman wants to wait until 2020 to get Herbert. It's possible. It's possible. I definitely think it's possible. But, at that point, do you go Herbert over Tua? Yeah, all right, I'll check you later, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in, and